Yeah.
Hello, this is the Doomsday Scenario Project brought to you by Jeffrey Seibert, Daniel Oginger, and Joey Craig. This project will be covering 3 different possible scenarios. The scenarios that I will talk about are global war, global warming, and global epidemics. These are all scientifically possible scenarios that could happen. The first scenario is global war. This could happen at any time if a nuclear war broke out, killing millions of people and changing many things, especially if a president or someone of high status was killed in the crossfire. All it takes is one country to launch a weapon of mass destruction for the victim country to retaliate, along with all the allies of either side. And global war doesn't necessarily have to be nuclear wars between countries. A terrorist group or organization could use bioweapons, another form of weapon of mass destruction. Bioweapons are simple to produce, cheap, and easy to conceal, which could be very dangerous and might be able to cause the collapse of a global powerhouse such as the USA, which would drastically change our world. The most commonly imagined scenario is a nuclear war between the superpowers of the Soviet Union and the USA, which is widely used as a speculation called World War III. With the use of nuclear weapons, the likelihood of another global conflict has become more accepted. It is said by analysts that the United States setting up offensive military bases around both Russia and China, combined with tensions on the Korean Peninsula, another global war isn't that far-fetched. Both Russia and the U.S. are stacked with nuclear weapons, so all it would take is one event such as a presidential assassination to cause a nuclear war. Some movies that are examples of World War III, or what could follow it, are The Hunger Games, War of the Worlds, World War III, and World in Conflict. The next doomsday scenario is global warming. Global warming is the term used to describe a gradual increase in the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere and oceans. The Earth's atmosphere is overloaded with molecules that trap the heat, causing disruptions in the climate that have bad outcomes. The main cause of global warming is human expansion of the greenhouse effect, where gases created by humans are trapped in the atmosphere, then stopping heat from escaping the Earth and ultimately increasing global temperature. Some sunlight that hits the Earth is reflected and some is not. Carbon dioxide and other gases in the atmosphere trap this heat, constantly rising the temperature of the Earth. Global warming is scientifically possible because it is happening right now. The Earth's temperature can be measured, and it is increasing slowly even now due to global warming. Eventually, the effects could be extreme. A 2008 poll showed that less than half of all Americans agree with the scientific consensus that global warming is real and human-caused. Changes to one part of the climate can cause additional changes to how the Earth absorbs or reflects energy. These are called climate feedbacks, and they could increase the amount of global warming. Even if greenhouse gas concentration were to stabilize, Earth would keep warming up due to already existing gases, so global warming can't be easily stopped. Some movies have shown the effects of greenhouse gases or are documentaries explaining these gases. Some of these movies are The Great Global Warming Swindle, The Great Warming, Cool It, and An Inconvenient Truth. The third and final doomsday scenario is global epidemic. Cause of global epidemic can include increased virulence, introduction into a novel setting, and change in host susceptibility to diseases. In a common source outbreak, the affected individuals had an exposure to a common germ or just the same disease. There already have been multiple outbreaks of deadly diseases, such as an influenza or AIDS. The bubonic plague during the 1400s killed about 25% of all Europeans in the world. All of these diseases changed our world, and it could happen again. The worst case scenario would be the emergence of a strain that spread so fast that we got caught off guard, or the resist of all chemical means of control, which could cause millions or even billions of deaths, forever changing our world. I believe that a global epidemic is scientifically possible because it has already happened before, as shown with the bubonic plague. In Africa, the Ebola disease broke out and spread rapidly. The many people who got Ebola were put under serious medical care and occasionally were cured, but mostly they died. Dr. Thomas Frieden, head of the Centers for Disease Control, says that a global outbreak is very likely to happen. Also, it's possible that an animal could get a contagious disease that could transform into something even worse if the disease jumped to humans. Some movies have showed examples of what could happen if another global epidemic were to happen. Some movies that have shown this are Contagious, Carriers, The Happening, and Monsters. Thank you for watching our Doomsday Scenarios Plain English project. I hope you enjoyed.